All right. Power distribution engineer hopefuls, getting ready for that big interview. We're diving deep into all the prep you sent us today.
This would be a fun one.
Definitely. You've given us this awesome career guide and a super helpful interview guide. And, well, this deep dive, it's like your secret weapon.
Totally agree.
It's not just about, answering the questions.
Right.
It's about showing them you're the candidate, the one they want.
Showing them what you're made of.
Exactly.
It's interesting, actually, how these two guides kind of work together. The interview guide is like laser focused, right? Get you ready for those questions.
Yeah.
But the career guide, that gives you the bigger picture.
The context.
Exactly. Like, what does this whole field actually look like?
Okay, so let's jump right into those interview questions then. The interview guide has 10 of them, and we're going to break them down one by one.
Sounds good.
First one up. What led you to pursue a career in power distribution engineering? Now, this one seems kind of basic, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
But how do we make your answer, stand out?
They're not looking for just your life story, like a timeline.
Right.
They want to see the spark, the passion.
Yeah, the passion.
So think about it, was there a moment, a project, a mentor?
Ooh, a mentor. Yeah.
Or even, going way back, were you just fascinated by electricity as a kid?
I love that.
Yeah, build a story, something that shows this is genuine.
A story that'll stick with them.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay. Now, what kind of follow-up question could they ask after that?
Good question. They might dig a little deeper, into what you said.
Yeah.
What area of power distribution really gets you excited and why?
Ooh,
That's where you can bring in all the cool new stuff, right? Like smart grids, renewable energy.
Right.
Show them you're not just interested in a job, you're interested in the future of this whole thing.
And speaking of the future, I know the career guide mentioned some, key technology advancements.
Oh, for sure.
So we'd, connect that here.
Definitely. Bringing those up shows you've done your homework.
Right.
Like the rise of these distributed energy resources or AI getting used in grid management shows you're thinking ahead.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, question 2. What experience do you have with designing power distribution systems?
All right, getting down to it.
This is where we're getting into the, technical stuff.
Nitty-gritty.
How do we approach this one?
So instead of just listing every project, pick the ones that really show off the skills they want.
Okay.
Did you have a tough challenge? A cool solution.
Measurable results, all that.
Exactly. And you know what? This is where RoleCatcher can help.
Ooh, how so?
That CV builder, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks at the job description and tells you what experience to highlight.
So smart. It's like having a personalized guide.
Totally.
So we're using stories to show them, not just tell them.
100%.
What should we absolutely not say for this one?
Oh, this is important. Don't downplay what you did.
Oh, right.
This is your time to shine.
Shine bright.
And don't be vague. None of that. I worked on various projects. Specifics. What was your role? Challenges. Outcomes. Make it real.
Great advice. Now, question 3. How do you ensure power distribution systems are reliable and efficient?
The heart of it all.
Yeah, reliability and efficiency, that's kind of the whole game, right?
It is. But don't just say the obvious.
Right.
Show them you're proactive, you like solving problems.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Talk about those methods like load flow analysis, fault analysis.
The tools of the trade.
Exactly. And if you know specific software, name drop it.
Show off those skills.
It shows you're not just talking the talk.
And, of course, safety. Can't forget that.
Huge, yeah. Mention those standards, regulations.
Like a national electrical code?
Yep, or the IC standards. Shows you're serious.
Committed to doing things right.
And even better, give an example.
Oh, you mean from a past project?
Exactly. Here's how I actually use these standards.
Okay, I see. Now, I'm curious. After you talk about reliability and efficiency, what kind of follow-up question could they ask?
They might want to hear about a specific time you had to fix something.
Oh, like a troubleshooting story.
Exactly. Describe a time you had a power distribution issue. How'd you approach it? What happened?
Show them you can handle the pressure.
Exactly. Those real-world situations.
Okay, on to question 4. Can you explain the differences between high voltage and low voltage power distribution systems?
Back to basics.
This feels like one of those fundamental things they got to check, right?
Yeah, it is. But don't just give them a textbook answer.
Okay, so what do we do?
Hit the key points, yeah. Voltage levels, the applications.
Safety, too, I bet.
Definitely. And even some real-world examples,
To make it concrete.
Right. It's like showing them you get what these systems actually mean.
Not just the theory.
Exactly.
Question 5. What is your experience with power system protection schemes? Protection schemes. That sounds intense.
A bit intimidating.
What are they even getting at here?
It sounds complex, but it's really about keeping things safe.
Okay, like preventing failures.
Yeah, exactly. So talk about the types you've worked with.
Overcurrent relays, all that.
Yeah, stuff like that, differential protection.
Emphasize why they matter.
Right, they keep the whole grid stable.
So even if you haven't worked with every type,
Right,
you can still show you get the concept.
for sure. And you can mention any relevant coursework or research you've done in this area. And this is where RoleCatcher's interview practice feature can be invaluable.
You and that role catcher.
It's amazing you can practice your answers and get AI-powered feedback on your content and delivery.
Always coming back to that. So it's not just like, I'm good at this. It's like proving it.
Precisely.
Got it. Got it. All right, question 6. How do you ensure compliance with industry standards and regulations in your work?
Always got to follow the rules.
Yeah, compliance, not the most exciting topic,
True.
but obviously super important.
Absolutely.
How do we make this answer interesting?
Don't just say, I follow the rules.
Right.
Show them you're on top of it.
Proactive, even.
Yeah. How do you stay up to date?
With the latest regulations and all that.
Right. How do you use them in your designs?
So it's all built in from the start.
Exactly. Compliance is baked in.
Okay, so we're showing them we're not just aware of the rules.
Right.
We actually live by them.
You're a rule follower through and through.
Exactly. Any, specific examples we could give?
You could mention going to those industry conferences,
Yeah.
taking training courses, even subscribing to those, like industry journals.
Says you're serious.
It shows you're keeping up.
Always learning.
Exactly.
Now, I'm wondering, with compliance, what kind of follow-up question could they throw your way?
They might ask about a time you had to deal with, like, a potential compliance issue.
Ooh, something tricky.
Yeah. How did you handle it? That kind of thing.
It's like testing your judgment.
It is, not just knowing the rules, but knowing how to use them.
When things get tough. All right, moving on. Question 7. Can you describe your experience with renewable energy systems?
Now we're talking.
This feels like a big one these days, right?
It's huge. Yeah.
With everything going on with sustainability.
It's the future.
So what's the best way to answer this one?
Talk about any projects or research you've done,
Yeah.
especially with solar, wind, those kinds of things.
Okay, what if you don't have a ton of direct experience?
That's okay.
It's okay.
Just show them you're interested, you're learning.
That you're passionate about it.
Exactly. You can even bring up the career guide here.
Oh, yeah.
It talks about how much demand there is for
Yeah.
engineers with this knowledge.
Right.
Show them you're not just looking for any job. You want to be part of the solution.
Love that. Okay, question 8. How do you manage project timelines and budgets?
The classic project management question.
Yeah, that's important for pretty much any job, right?
Sure. It's about organization, planning.
Getting things done.
Exactly. So talk about your methods.
Specific tools like Gantt charts and all that.
Yeah, if you use those. Critical path analysis.
Yeah.
Anything that shows you're on top of things.
So we're painting a picture of ourselves as organized, efficient project leaders.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Now, what should we definitely not say for this one?
Don't be afraid to mention challenges you faced.
Oh, from past projects.
Yeah. It shows you're realistic.
But you learn from mistakes.
But don't dwell on the negative stuff.
Right. Keep it positive.
And never blame others. Focus on what you learned, how you grew.
Okay, good advice. We're getting close. Question 9. What experience do you have with power system modeling and simulation?
Getting a bit more technical here.
This one sounds pretty intense.
It's about your comfort level with software.
Oh, okay.
Using those tools to analyze power systems,
Make them better.
Exactly. So if you know specific software, mention it.
Name dropping those skills?
Yeah, like PSCAD, ETAP, things like that.
Okay, makes sense. And last but not least, question 10. Can you discuss your experience with power quality analysis?
The specialized stuff.
This one feels a bit more niche.
It is, but it's crucial. Power quality is all about making sure the supply is good.
Reliable, efficient.
Exactly. Think of it like a health checkup for the power grid.
Ooh, I like that. So how do we make this answer, engaging?
Give examples. What specific issues have you analyzed?
Like voltage sags, all that.
Yeah, harmonics, transients, things like that. Explain how you found them, fix them.
Show them you know what to do.
Right, and highlight the positive impact.
So it's not just the book smarts. It's the real world experience.
That's what they want to see.
And I'm guessing RoleCatcher can help us practice these more technical answers
Oh,
too.
absolutely.
I knew it.
The AI gives feedback on how clear you are, how concise.
So even if the stuff is complex, we can explain it well.
That's the goal.
Wow, RoleCatcher really does it all.
It's a powerful tool.
Okay, we went through those 10 questions pretty fast.
We did.
But this is just the beginning, right?
Just the foundation.
You got to tailor your answers to each specific company and job you're going for.
Exactly. That's where the career guide comes in.
Oh, yeah. The bigger picture.
It gives you insights into the different paths, the trends,
Even salary expectations.
all of that.
So the career guide's like our roadmap for this whole journey.
I like that analogy.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty energized now.
Me too. Ready to tackle the rest of this prep?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bring it on. That energy is key. You know, interviews aren't just about the technical stuff.
Right. They want to see if you're a good fit, like personality-wise.
Exactly, but they want to work with you every day.
And speaking of fit, the career guide actually talks about different career stages
Oh, yeah, that's helpful.
for power distribution engineers. I mean,
Makes sense.
can we unpack that a little?
Definitely. Knowing those stages, from entry level all the way up to those senior roles, it helps you explain where you fit in.
So if you're just starting out, you'd highlight different things.
Exactly. Like if it's an entry-level job, they want to see you're eager to learn.
Contribute to projects, all that.
Right. But if you're going for a more senior role, you got to show that leadership experience.
Being able to mentor others, all that.
Exactly. And don't forget, the career guide also mentions certifications.
Oh, right. Those can be a big deal.
Like the professional engineer license, the PE.
That gives you serious credibility.
It's like leveling up in a video game.
Haha, I love that analogy.
But instead of collecting coins, you're collecting knowledge.
Experience points.
That's it.
Now, one thing that stood out to me in the career guide was the section on showcasing your capabilities.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff.
What are some, tangible things candidates can do to make their skills stand out?
Building a portfolio is huge.
A portfolio,
Especially if you've got visual projects,
like diagrams.
Yeah, before and afters of sisters you improved, presentations you've given.
Proof. It's not just saying you're good at it. It's showing it.
Exactly. And don't underestimate networking.
Oh, right, meeting people.
The career guide talks about going to industry events, joining those organizations like the IE.
It's all about those connections.
You can learn so much, find hidden job opportunities.
You never know who you'll meet.
That's right.
Now, we've been talking about the good stuff, but the career guide also has a section on pros and cons.
Gotta be realistic.
No job is perfect, right? What are some challenges candidates should be aware of?
One thing is, the work can be demanding.
Long hours, maybe?
Power systems run 24/7, so yeah, you might have to work late, be on call.
The glamorous life of an engineer.
Uh-huh, exactly.
What else should we keep in mind?
This field is constantly changing.
Oh, right. New technologies, all that.
New regulations, too, so you gotta be a lifelong learner.
Always keeping up.
If you like to just coast along, this might not be the best fit.
You got to be adaptable.
Embrace the challenge.
But if you're passionate about solving problems, working with complex systems, making a difference.
It's incredibly rewarding.
And speaking of rewards, the career guide mentions some pretty good salary expectations.
Oh, yeah, they're not bad.
The demand is high. Huh?
For skilled engineers, absolutely. So that means competitive salaries, good benefits.
So you get to do cool work and get paid well for it.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Okay, before we move on to RoleCatcher, I want to circle back to those interview questions.
Sure.
We talked about the concepts, but how do you actually, communicate that knowledge effectively?
That's where practice comes in.
Practice makes perfect.
And that's where RoleCatcher shines, the AI interview practice feature.
Oh, there it is.
It lets you rehearse, get feedback.
So you can really refine your answers.
Make sure you're hitting the key points.
It's like having a coach, but virtual.
Exactly. No awkward small talk required.
I like that.
And the best part is it tailors the feedback to the specific job.
Wait, really? How does it do that?
It analyzes the job description.
Wow. So if teamwork is a big thing, it'll look for that in your answers.
So smart. It's like a personalized prep course.
Pretty much.
And the more you practice with it, the more confident you'll become.
Absolutely. It's not just about one interview. It's about building those skills for your whole career.
Okay, so we focus a lot on the technical stuff, but the career guide also mentions soft skills.
Can't forget those.
What are some key ones for power distribution engineers?
Communication is huge.
Makes sense. You're working with teams.
Engineers, technicians, even clients.
You got to be able to explain complex stuff clearly.
That's it. It's not just about being brilliant. It's about sharing that brilliance.
What other soft skills matter?
Problem solving is obvious.
Got to be able to handle those challenges.
But they're also looking for people who are adaptable,
Resourceful.
able to work independently, but also on a team.
So it's like the whole package.
They want someone who can handle the technical stuff, but also thrive in that environment.
And be a good teammate. Exactly. And don't underestimate a positive attitude.
Oh, that goes a long way.
Willingness to learn, too. Show them you're excited to grow.
It's not just what you know now, it's what you can know.
Exactly.
Now, I'm curious, how does RoleCatcher help with these soft skills?
The AI feedback is amazing.
In what way?
It can actually tell you how to improve your communication style.
No way.
Yeah, like using more concise language, giving better examples.
So specific.
It can even pick up on your tone of voice, your body language.
It's like having a personal coach for everything.
And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
So you're not just putting on a show for the interview.
Yeah.
You're actually developing these skills.
That's the goal.
Wow. Okay. We've covered so much ground here today.
We have.
Those tough interview questions, the career path, the whole AI thing.
That's a lot.
What's the key takeaway you want our listener to walk away with?
Preparation is everything.
Couldn't agree more.
But it's not just about memorizing answers. It's about understanding what this role is all about.
Showcasing your skills, your passion.
And using the right tools like RoleCatcher to refine your approach.
So you go into that interview feeling confident.
Exactly.
It's a combination of hard work, the right tools, and a positive attitude.
That's the recipe.
Sounds like a recipe for success to me.
It is. It really is. Preparation, it breeds confidence.
For sure.
And speaking of confidence, let's talk about mindset going into that interview. The career guide touches on showing your enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
Like, how important is that, really?
It's contagious, you know? When you genuinely love something, it shows.
It makes a difference.
Big time. So think about what gets you excited in power distribution engineering.
Yeah, what is it?
Is it those tough problems?
Solving them, yeah.
Or maybe it's like helping build a more sustainable future.
Contributing to something bigger.
Exactly. Let that excitement come through in your answers.
So it's not just like reciting facts and figures.
Yeah.
It's about showing them you're a person, you know,
A real person who cares.
who's passionate about this stuff. Right. And remember, they're also looking for someone who'd be a good fit for their team.
Yeah, yeah.
Show them you're a team player, you want to learn, you want to contribute.
It's like a matchmaking process almost.
It is. Finding that perfect match.
Okay, we've covered a lot today.
We have.
All those interview questions, the career paths, AI and everything.
It's a lot to take in.
If you had to give just one piece of advice
Okay, one piece of advice.
to someone about to walk into that interview room, what would it be?
Deep breath.
Deep breath, okay?
Relax. And be yourself.
Be yourself, yeah.
You've put in the work, you've prepared. Now just let it shine.
I love that. Be yourself, let your passion show.
That's it.
And even if, this particular job doesn't work out,
Right.
the stuff you've learned, it's valuable no matter what.
Every interview is a learning experience. That's how I see it.
Take the feedback. Keep refining your approach.
Keep those goals in sight.
This is just one step,
On that journey.
towards becoming a power distribution engineer. So go out there, ace that interview, and help build that amazing future of energy.
We're rooting for you.
You've got this. You've got the power.